Although he only had an elementary education and had previously been a clerk in the state administration, Karamchand proved a capable chief minister. During his tenure, he married 4 times. His first 2 wives died young, after each had given birth to a daughter, and his 3rd marriage was childless. In 1857, he sought his 3rd wife's permission to remarry. That year, he married Putlibai, 1844 to 1891, who also came from Junagadh, and was from a Pranami Vaishnava family. Karamchand and Putlibai had 3 children over the ensuing decade. A son, Laxmidas, circa 1860 to 1914, a daughter, Raliatbehn, 1862 to 1960, and another son, Karsandas, circa 1866 to 1913. On the 2nd of October 1869, Putlibai gave birth to her last child, Mohandas, in a dark, windowless ground floor room of the Gandhi family residence in Porbandar city. As a child, Gandhi was described by his sister Raliat as restless as mercury, either playing or roaming about. One of his favorite pastimes was twisting dogs' ears. The Indian classics, especially the stories of Shravana and King Harishchandra, had a great impact on Gandhi in his childhood. In his autobiography, he states that they left an indelible impression on his mind. He writes, "It haunted me and I must have acted Harishchandra to myself times without number." Gandhi's early self-identification with truth and love as supreme values is traceable to these epic characters. The family's religious background was eclectic. Gandhi's father Karamchand was Hindu and his mother Putlibai was from a Pranami Vaishnava Hindu family. Gandhi's father was of Mod Baniya caste in the Varna of Vaishya. His mother came from the medieval Krishna Bhakti-based Pranami tradition, whose religious texts include the Bhagavad Gita, the Bhagavata Purana, and a collection of 14 texts with teachings that the tradition believes to include the essence of the Vedas, the Quran and the Bible. Gandhi was deeply influenced by his mother, an extremely pious lady who would not think of taking her meals without her daily prayers. She would take the hardest vows and keep them without flinching. To keep 2 or 3 consecutive fasts was nothing to her. In 1874, Gandhi's father Karamchand left Porbandar for the smaller state of Raliat, where he became a councillor to its ruler, the Thakur Sahib. Though Raliat was a less prestigious state than Porbandar, the British regional political agency was located there, which gave the state's Dewan a measure of security. In 1876, Karamchand became Dewan of Raliat and was succeeded as Dewan of Porbandar by his brother Tulsidas. His family then rejoined him in Raliat. At age 9, Gandhi entered the local school in Raliat, near his home. There, he studied the rudiments of arithmetic, history, the Gujarati language and geography. At the age of 11, he joined the high school in Raliat, Alfred High School. He was an average student, won some prizes, but was a shy and tongue-tied student, with no interest in games. His only companions were books and school lessons. In May 1883, the 13-year-old Mohandas was married to 14-year-old Kasturba Mukherjee Kapadia. Her first name was usually shortened to Kasturba, and affectionately to Ba, in an arranged marriage, according to the custom of the region at that time. In the process, he lost a year at school but was later allowed to make up by accelerating his studies. His wedding was a joint event, where his brother and cousin were also married. Recalling the day of their marriage, he once said, "As we didn't know much about marriage, for us it meant only wearing new clothes, eating sweets and playing with relatives." As was the prevailing tradition, the adolescent bride was to spend much time at her parents' house, and away from her husband. Writing many years later, Mohandas described with regret the lustful feelings he felt for his young bride. "Even at school I used to think of her, and the thought of nightfall and our subsequent meeting was ever haunting me." He later recalled feeling jealous and possessive of her, such as when she would visit a temple with her girlfriends, and being sexually lustful in his feelings for her. In late 1885, Gandhi's father Karamchand died. Gandhi, then 16 years old, and his wife of age 17 had their first baby, who survived only a few days. The two deaths anguished Gandhi. The Gandhi couple had 4 more children, all sons: Harilal, born in 1888, Manilal, born in 1892, Ramdas, born in 1897, and Devdas, born in 1900.